whole take on Paul Birdsong being a motherfucking agent because I knew he wasn't in the moment because MUMIA ABU-JAMAL still sitting in prison. And where was you at, boots on the ground, when they was out there still marching for MUMIA ABU-JAMAL to be free? But yet you want to fight for illegal migrants and Somalians that don't give a damn about us? That's how I knew he was an agent. And his shit was all fake and staged. Meanwhile, back at the ranch,
Democracy Now!, democracynow.org. I'm Amy Goodman with Juan Gonzalez. One of the world's most well-known political prisoners, MUMIA ABU-JAMAL, was arrested on this day in 1981 for the murder of Philadelphia police officer Daniel Faulkner, for which MUMIA ABU-JAMAL has...
In Philadelphia, where they were supposed to have boots on the ground, but they out there for them illegal migrants. MUMIA ABU-JAMAL still sitting in the jail cell. Fake niggas.
Boys claimed innocence. Amnesty International and human rights groups have found he was deprived of a fair trial. His lawyers say evidence shows his trial was tainted by judicial bias and police and prosecutorial misconduct, like withholding of evidence.
But you said you're fighting against the police and ICE, right? Why ain't you out there protesting for this?
That's bribing or coercing witnesses to lie. Evidence in boxes discovered in the Philadelphia District Attorney's Office by
In Philadelphia, where you at?
Larry Krasner in 2019 includes notes from one of two key witnesses to prosecutors requesting, quote, the money owed to me, unquote. MUMIA ABU-JAMAL was an award-winning journalist, member of the Philadelphia chapter of the Black Panther Party, ultimately...
Hear that? And you claiming to be a Black Panther and you ain't fighting for your own revolutionary brother? Nigga, you fake.
Sentenced to death, but went on to write 15 books and record a weekly column while global movement...
Fighting for these illegal migrants and our brother here dying in fucking jail. Dying. For the cause, nigga. Where you at? That's right, you fighting for them illegal migrants. Huh, Paul?
And built around his case. He spent 29 years in solitary confinement. In 2012, MUMIA ABU-JAMAL was moved from death row to the general prison population after a federal appeals court in 2011 upheld the overturning of his death sentence by a federal judge, citing improper jury instructions, and prosecutors agreed to a life sentence rather than a new sentencing hearing. MUMIA ABU-JAMAL is now 71 years old, was
71 years old. Nigga, you ain't never had one boot on the ground for this brother. And you out that motherfucker faking the funk.
Blind for 8 months until he had cataract surgery, but needs more medical care to prevent him from permanently...
Where you at? Is you gonna donate some medical care towards our brother? Huh? Huh, Paul? Or are you fighting for them illegal migrants? God damn it.
Losing his vision. Dozens of his supporters who hope to draw attention to
Dozens of his supporters. Where you at, Paul? Let's stop and pause that. That's the route, the march. Where was you at, Paul? March 25th, November 28th, December the 9th, in Pennsylvania, Frackville, PA. Let's see if Paul in this lineup, y'all.
12-day march that's ending today in Frackville, Pennsylvania, where MUMIA is imprisoned at SCI Mahanoy.
That's where you should be, at Frackville, right? Protesting to free our brother, right? That's right, you in there fighting for them illegal migrants.
Taking that long walk because the walk of freedom is a long walk, and we do it with an intense, extra motivated passion.
Where Paul at, y'all?
Just lost a bold freedom fighter in Imam Jamil Abdullah Alameen in the clutches of the state, and that should not have happened. So under no circumstances can we allow the state to take any more of our freedom fighters. It's time to get them all the health care it needs.
In a minute, we'll speak with someone on the march and a member of MUMIA ABU-JAMAL's legal team. But first, this is a prison radio commentary that he recorded in August titled MUMIA's Vision, a Message for the Movement.
A message for the movement.
To talk about my eye problems. The reasons may have eluded some, but I explained that in the context of being in prison, any sign of weakness is to be avoided at all costs. These are,
Hear that?
unlike many other institutions in society, heavily male and therefore gender conscious in a way that society is not. Weakness brings predation. So I kept it quiet. And I kept it quiet simply because I wrongly believed that once I got examined and once it was clear that this was a real visual contextual problem, that I would get a rather quick response. Boy, was I wrong.
Mm-hmm. You hear that, Paul?
I was, as the saying goes, as wrong.
You hear that, Paul?
As 2 left feet. What I got was evaluation after evaluation after evaluation after evaluation, literally. It was only when I went outside and those prior evaluations were repeated by a noted ophthalmologist that the ball began to roll. And even then, the ball rolled exceedingly slowly.
Let me ask you a question, Paul. Have you reached out to MUMIA ABU-JAMAL family? Just to check on him to see if he need any type of support or anything like that? What could you do in the movement while you still got boots on the ground to help him? Or are you just jaw-jacking? Agent?
I have been, for all intents and purposes, unable to read, unable to write, unable to see anything more than the masthead of a newspaper, and not even its headlines. Blurry television, bursts of color. The television is my radio now.
MUMIA ABU-JAMAL, speaking from prison, SCI State Correctional Institution, Mahanoy, in Pennsylvania.
In Pennsylvania. But you fighting for illegal migrants, though. Make it make sense. Who sent you?
More, we're joined by Larry Ham, chair of the People's Organization for Progress, one of the elders on the March for MUMIA. He is in Frackville, Pennsylvania, where the prison is, and here in New...
Did you reach out to this brother, Paul? He in PA, he in Frackville. Did you reach out to the elder and see what could you do to help the movement for MUMIA? Getting medical treatment? Or even getting the brother pardoned? But we knew they dropped the ball when Kamala Harris and them was in office. They couldn't pardon our brother, but pardon everybody else of the criminal justice system.
York, one of MUMIA's lawyers, Noel Hanrahan, founder and producer of Prison Radio, which has been recording and distributing MUMIA's commentary.
And I ain't biased, goddammit, but here it is. It's a white woman doing more for you than you niggas is doing for MUMIA. A white woman doing more for MUMIA than you niggas that's out there faking the funk like y'all Black Panther Party members. Sad.
He's from prison since 1992. Larry, let's begin with you. You're on this more than 100 march that's ending today. Why did you march? What are you calling for?
Good morning, Amy. Good morning, Juan. Good morning, Noel. We are marching to free MUMIA and free all political prisoners. We are marching to draw attention to...
You hear that, Paul? They not marching to free the illegal migrants. They marching to free our peoples. God damn it. Looking out for our peoples. God damn it. We need help. Fuck you over there fighting for these illegal migrants. I don't give a damn about you.
MUMIA's medical problems, but more importantly, to demand that he get the surgery and medical treatment he needs. We are marching for humane treatment for all prisoners, especially our elders.
That's right.
I'm a witness to the fact that we have an aging prison population. And like MUMIA, many of them are not getting the medical care they need.
You hear that,
so
Paul?
We're marching today to demand freedom for MUMIA and all political prisoners, and to demand
all political
that
prisoners,
MUMIA,
not no illegal migrants,
and medical treatment.
political prisoners. Hard people.
Noel, I'd like to ask you, in terms of his battle for health care, MUMIA's battle for health care, why has it...
His battle for health care, but you battling for these illegal migrants and these Somalians.
been so difficult for him to get that health care?
In healthcare in this country, and in particular for prisoners, there are contracts by WellPath that specifically state that they limit ophthalmological care in prison to on-site monitoring. They do not send people routinely out for specialist care. We had to fight. The Abolitionist Law Center, the lawyers, and the movement had to come together to demand that MUMIA get care just for post-cap.
You hear that, Paul? You hear that? Where was you at? God damn it.
Cataract surgery. When we got the specialists to look at MUMIA, they discovered two other conditions that could mean that he loses his eyesight permanently if he is not treated. He has not been treated for these conditions since June.
Wow.
So what are you demanding right now?
Protesting for illegal migrants, man.
Specialist care
Fuck these
for his
niggas like I've been saying,
and his
man.
diabetic
Fake ass
retinopathy,
niggas.
and that he is given the treatment that he deserves. But we're not just calling for MUMIA, because there are many inmates.
Political
they know
prisoners
who's blind
that's
in
locked the
prison.
fuck up.
They're refusing care to save money for WellPath.
Why?
You hear that, Paul? You hear that? God damn it. Who you fighting for? Who you in the cause for, god damn it? Damn sure ain't your own peoples. You've been exposed.
Is ophthalmological care particularly limited?
I don't know if it's particularly limited. It's the one we've researched right now. I believe that they likely limit all care that might cost the money, like our lawsuit for Hep C care in 2017 that won CARE, the first preliminary injunction for Hep C care. They did not treat MUMIA with the fast-acting cure for 2 years, causing likely the diabetic retinopathy.
You hear that, Paul? See, now you heard that, god damn it.
And Noel, Philadelphia has supposedly
Philadelphia,
DA,
right where you at.
District Attorney Krasner,
That's right where you at.
His own
Krasner and them, all of them there.
Found, forgotten files on MUMIA.
Forgotten files on MUMIA. The forgotten files on MUMIA. I know. Them niggas out there faking the phone.
In his trial, why has there been no movement by the DA to reopen?
No movement. No movement. But it's movement for illegal migrants. No movement for this brother.
Reason for the international solidarity is because we will stand with the immigrants. We will stand with the people being terrorized for ICE. We will stand with any oppressed people across the world. We will keep feeding every single day, keep offering food every single day. We will keep patrolling the community with guns. We will keep stopping drug dealers, keep stopping sex traffickers. We will keep stopping police brutality. This little plaque that I got, it says Paul Birdsong, and there's a Panther that says since 2020. I don't regret the work that I've done because it's brought me to this point. But going forward, these Panther patches will no longer be on my uniform.
What?
Me and my comrades stand independent. We are willing to work with any organization that stands for the rights of every living person. Any organization that stands against imperialism, attacking immigrants. Now,
attacking immigrants, that's his whole stance, y'all. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, we see what's going on with MUMIA, right? Huh?
if you're out here raping people and killing people and selling drugs and different stuff like that, yeah, deport them. But those people out there that are just working hard, trying to provide for their families, trying to escape the guerrilla warfare and the cartel warfare that's happening in their countries, to come for that promise of the American dream that the United States of America Incorporated lies about, we feel that they shouldn't be bothered, and we're willing to stand beside them to ensure that they're not. All power to the people. Power to the people.
And Noel, Philadelphia has a supposedly progressive DA, the District Attorney Krasner, who his own office found forgotten files on Mumia that showed bias in his trial. Why has there been no movement by the DA to reopen this case?
I think the DA has been pressured to actively litigate this case by being impeached by the Pennsylvania Senate, also by being called up in a special, there was a King's Bench petition that deposed Larry that asked him specifically if he was going to prosecute Mumia. There are pressures. Mumia is the third rail in Philadelphia.
Oh, Krasner right there.
Like everyone else in prison, the 5,000 people that are serving life.
Oh, Krasner right there from Philly, y'all. DA. Shouldn't you be around his office protesting him? To look into the case, the free our brother, pardoning, getting him pardoned or something? Paul? Oh, I forgot. You got battery in your back through the sewer rules for them illegal migrants.
Without possibility. Parole, just in Pennsylvania. He's one of
We in Pennsylvania, y'all.
And Krasner, he will do the right thing. He's elected by the people. He's elected by the abolition.
Let's pause that. Y'all see Paul in there? Where you at, Paul? God damn it, where you at? No, I don't see him.
Ecosystem, we have an obligation to make it impossible for him to not support us, but there's pressure.
And on what grounds are you asking for his case to be open now?
There are 3 ways that any lifer can get out. It would be a post-conviction relief application, which we are developing, that he doesn't have one in court right now. His last one was denied in March by a lower court that did not fairly review his case. He can also go through the pardon board, which is
the pardon board,
and also the governor. 6
the governor.
Have to be unanimous.
Shouldn't you be protesting around the governor to pardon the brother? Where you at?
Compassionate release, which is extremely limited.
Finally, if you can comment, Larry Hamm, on what you're doing today in front of the prison in Frackville, Pennsylvania, what this more than 100-mile march has meant for you. You're about the same age as MUMIA Abu-Jamal.
I am exactly the same age as MUMIA in our birth.
Where you at, y'all? That's who we looking for. We're looking for the new Black Panther Party in this protest here. All right, we'll see if Paul reemerge, y'all, reappear.
Days are in the same month. Yesterday we reached the 100-mile mark.
Where them niggas at, y'all? I see a whole bunch of white folk out here, man.
To Mahanoy prison where
them niggas at, man?
Is incarcerated.
You can't make this shit up, man. You can't make this shit up.
To once again
look at this shit, y'all.
Make the call for Mumia to get the medical care that he needs, and for all prisoners, especially our elders, to get the medical care.
And Noel Hanrahan, 10 seconds.
It's relief from the inside out. This was built by prisoners. It was built by prisoners' families, the Abolitionist Law Center, Salim Holbrook, Brett Grody, the lead attorney. We are going to win and create the world that we deserve.
Noel Hanrahan is one of MUMIA Abu-Jamal's attorneys and founder and producer of Prison Radio. Larry Hamm is chair of the People's Organization for Progress on the March for MUMIA, speaking to us from Frackville, Pennsylvania, where he is imprisoned. I'm Amy Goodman with Juan Gonzalez.